Evening, internet cretins. Evil here. It's March. Time for another top 5 with me. Top 5 questions? No, not today, my friend. Today, going with our theme of Muscle March Madness, I'm going to do my top 5 favorite Hulk Hogan flicks, brother. That's right, Hulk Hogan flicks. So let's cut all the shenanigans. I've taken my vitamins, I've said my prayers, I believe in myself, and I believe in the immortal one himself. So let's go ahead and get into the list. Numero 50, Gremlins 2, The New Batch. Cameo, small scene, true, but it's the first time I really got to see Hulk Hogan outside of the wrestling world in a feature film. And even on a movie where there's little green monsters running around, Hulk is larger than life on the screen. He just rolls in being Hulk Hogan, just sitting in a movie theater and cutting a promo on the Grimsters.
Grimsters, get a piece of the Hulkster.
Side question you could almost ask about that. What do you do if you were the ticket vendor for this movie theater and Hulk Hogan rolls up on you and, you know, he's rocking his wrestling gear, which essentially is yellow underwear and boots, and the World Championship belt? I mean, I guess we don't have a dress code for pants. I mean, everything, all the bits are covered. Here you go, Immortal One, go ahead. That's my jump off point, is Gremlins 2, The New Batch. Small cameo, dipping a toe in the water, but I mean, great every time he comes on. How do you not get just jived up watching him just Hulk out and cut a promo on Gremlins? Where else are you going to find something like that? Hulk Hogan cutting a promo on Gremlins. Pretty rad, I think.
Numero 40,
Mr. Nanny. Take the concept of Home Alone. Instead of one kid, it's two kids. And then just have them beat the hell out of Hulk Hogan for about an hour of this 90-minute movie. And then the last 30 minutes or so, then you have Hulk Hogan team with these kids to take out bad guys. Not a stretch. Again, Hulk Hogan, a former pro wrestler in the movie, gets a security gig from his manager, security guy buddy, to end up doing security for this top scientist level dude who's creating this new tech, this new microchip. And this former poofy haired gambler, Buster Poindexter, wants this chip. And you get a flashback where he's got this big head of hair. He has a run-in with Hulk Hogan, falls in a pool with no water in it. Now he was wearing like this big silver metal skull cap that looks like a tinfoil hat, but it's to protect his brains, apparently. Weird kind of setup, but it's Hulk Hogan being given the security task / nanny gig for these two kids who put him through all kinds of things that should have killed him. I mean, Hulk takes a bowling ball straight to the noggin, gets up just fine. He is sopping wet coming out the shower and gets electrocuted so much that he is maintaining a charge, assumingly for an hour or two after he's done, because, you know, even with touch, he's still shocking these two kids when he comes in contact with them. And lots of other things, you know, tripwire, butter-covered handrails, a 90-mile-an-hour treadmill run, all kinds of silliness. This is silly Hulk Hogan
in a tutu,
doing what Hulk Hogan does. Also, you have that weird, like, side scene where he's riding his motorcycle and you see a dude throwing his dog into some body of water. It's strange, but not a bad movie. I enjoy Mr. Nanny. Go check it out. Numero 30, No Holds Barred. Hang on, the reason it is at number 3 is everybody under the sun all of a sudden really likes No Holds Barred. Everyone seems to also think that it was purposely made to be a bad movie, like a comically bad movie. That shit is not. That movie was intently made super seriously, which is why it's super funny, is because it was not supposed to be that way. They're trying to market it to you that way, but it ain't. And so many people are like all of a sudden really big No Holds Barred fans. Don't know where these people were a number of years ago. It's the jump off ship for Hulk Hogan. It's his first movie. Vince McMahon clearly at the helm. You can tell by the movie itself. Several wrestler cameos. You get Axe of Demolition. You get the infamous Dookie thing. I don't think there's a whole lot I could add. Everyone has talked about No Holds Barred. No Holds Barred is in the pop culture, like, DNA now, which is cool that it's there, and it's something that I grew up with.
I was a fan before it was cool.
That's why it's number 3, because there are 2 other Hulk Hogan movies I like more than No Holds Barred. If I can say it, more. Number 2, Suburban Commando. That's right, brother. I said Suburban Commando. Went to the theater and saw that sucker twice, which was a big deal back in the day because I did not pay for these tickets. It was me complaining and like griping enough to a parent to be like, all right, I'll take you to see Suburban Commando. All right, we'll go again. This is a whole lot of fun. Him in his spandex space suit as Shep Ramsey, you know, battling bounty hunters, one of which is the Undertaker with a small, like, girl's voice. Boosters through, like, 7 floors of a building. You get some good stuff in here. He runs into the most unluckiest of mimes in this town 2 or 3 times, where he's just constantly injuring this poor guy, which I don't know who makes a living ever being a mime just rolling around town. Super fun 1991, I believe, flick. If you haven't, check it out. Most of the time you'll find it on a 2-pack with Mr. Nanny, so it's a two for win right there. But Suburban Commando, whole lot of fun. This is the 90s. We're gonna sue you. All that stuff aside, I made this list mainly so I could talk about numero uno. The best Hulk Hogan movie, hands down in my opinion, Thunder in Paradise. That's right. Take it in. Because that's the one nobody is talking about still. Give it time, I'm sure it'll start catching on. But Thunder in Paradise is so much fucking fun. And it has one of the best soundtrack themes for a Hulk Hogan movie that ever have existed. The song is called Thunder in Paradise. Look it up on YouTube. Enjoy. Add it to your playlist. This is a flick where Hulk Hogan and Jack Lemmon's son are former military. They're now mercenaries that operate out of Florida, and they have this boat called Thunder, which looks just like a normal speed boat, but apparently it is like several feet deep inside of it. Like, it has a command center, a jailing section, and then a rocket boost part where you can shoot a jet ski out of the side of it. So it's super silly, and the movie totally starts like a PowerPoint presentation with their opening credits. There are 3 of these movies. I am fortunate enough to own the triple pack DVD set. I didn't watch much of the television show. I didn't really think it was something that was sustainable for a series. I don't even think the sequels are really too whippy. But that first movie is so much fun. It is just 1994 at its peak. You get the Giant Gonzalez in there, Hulk Hogan getting thrown through a tiki bar. Again, Brutus Beefcake makes an appearance. Jimmy Hart's there being Jimmy Hart, because let's face it, Jimmy Hart is just Jimmy Hart. I don't think he knows how to be anything but Jimmy Hart. I'd like to see Jimmy Hart do something other than Jimmy Hart, just to see if he could do it. But Thunder in Paradise, you have a chance to find it, scope out the first movie. It's a treasure hunting action movie. I mean, Hulk Hogan uses like a telephone pole, a wooden pole, and uses it to clothesline like 5 guys all at once. Very much A-Team kind of rules. People are shooting all over the place. Nobody hits anybody. Nobody gets shot in this movie. For a lot of gunfire, not one person gets shot. Thunder in Paradise. I've said it. Go out and get it. The best Hulk Hogan movie. Hands down. Twice as good at No Holds Barred. Everyone's going to be talking No Holds Barred. No. 3B Video, we talk Thunder in Paradise. Because all 5 of these movies are B movies. But in my world, they have always been the movies. So, go take your vitamins. Say your prayers. Believe in yourself. And if you don't, evil will drop the leg on you. 1, 2, 3. You're looking at the lights. It's all over. Hulkamania lives forever.